Hi guys, I was just going to walk us through some of the assignments that you have this week. I told you guys in that last video that I would go through and sort of show you guys what to expect and what order to do things in. So this is what this is going to be. I'm going to walk you guys through how to find the assignments, what is required for them for that week, and what you can expect moving forward. Okay. So in order to complete your assignment this week, you're going to log into your Google Classroom and head to the classwork section of that Google Classroom. In that, you'll have a topic that's specifically titled distance learning, and then you will have the assignment that is titled with that week. So this one says 3:30 to 4:3. That's the week you guys will want this time through. Okay. In here, there's quite a few things attached to the assignment. And so I'm going to go through and show you guys what each of those are. The first one here is the Chem assignment log. So each week I'll go through and update the assignment log. There's a lot of information in the classroom assignment itself, and so this is going to help us organize which attachments go with what, which assignments are specifically going to be done, like what groupings there are in those assignments, because since you're doing all of the week's worth in one assignment, it makes it so that you have to kind of categorize those things. This week, you have 3 things in the module that need to be done. The first is the distance learning expectations video and reflections. That's this one here. The next is the at-home compost and creation data log. And then the last one is the weekly reflection. So notice that especially on the second one, at-home compost creation, it just says week 1 of the data log. I'll show you guys what that looks like, but this is going to happen over several weeks. So just pay attention to which sections are due this week, okay? When you're in the actual assignment, first, this is the log. Next is the distance learning expectations. It's a simple Google form that'll be answered after you watched the announcement video that was posted today. Okay. After you've completed that, remember this is a week's worth of work. So if you do the video and the form today, that would be super appropriate. Tomorrow, you could start on this compost in a bucket assignment. Because we're no longer at school and you can't monitor or track our compost that we created together in the classroom, I'm asking that each of you go through and create a smaller version for yourself at home. This is your directions, your materials, the procedure, and the data that I'd like you to track as you go through this assignment. When you started the bucket, what container you used to hold your compost, what materials did you add to your compost, hypothesize what's going to happen to that compost, and then lastly, you have a table down here. Notice that week 1 was said to be due in that log, and so that would be these first 2 tables of your data log. Day 1 is the day that you actually create the compost. Week 1 is the end of that first week, so this should be just around Sunday or Monday, that you're taking this, excuse me, not Sunday, Friday of this week that you should be taking this information down. Okay. So each week at the end of the week, you'll log or track that information. So it's good to get this bucket or this container of compost started early this week. So you have a few days of data to collect and type into that space. Okay. If you have questions on this, feel free to comment on the assignment itself and I can try to answer whatever questions you have, but please read the directions first in the actual assignment. I think that'll answer a lot of our questions. Okay. I also attached the Science Behind Composting article again for you folks, just in case you need any kind of reminder on what material can go in the compost, or you have any questions, or need a refresher on why you're doing it in the certain ratios or amounts that you're doing. So pay attention to what you're putting into that compost. This is all review for us, so you should be able to facilitate this by yourself. But if you do have questions, like I said, just add them to the comment section of the assignment and I can get those answered. Lastly, you'll have a reflection. At the end of each week, I'm going to ask that you folks go through and you just reflect on the week, what went well for you as far as assignments or distance learning. What do you have going on other than that that you just need to kind of like get down on paper, or in this case, form, to help you kind of just offload some of that information. So I am going to ask that you give me your first and last name, like always. Choose the period that is appropriate to you. And then down here, you will type your journal entry answer. If you notice in the directions, I am requiring a minimum of 5 sentences so that you can get some of that information down, even if it's just about the assignments. If you have more to say or you want to type some more in there, that's totally fine, but a minimum of 5 sentences or a paragraph is the requirement. Okay. All 3 of these assignments, your distance learning form, the compost in a bucket creation and first week, and the weekly reflection will be due this Friday, April 3rd. So make sure you are timing that appropriately and giving yourself enough time to get those 3 finished within that week. As always, if you have any questions, please email me, add comments to the assignment, and I will answer everything as quickly as I can. Good luck, you guys.